Hello guys, isn't this just beautiful? I never noticed the whole beauty of the background of the desert map because it's just have a look at it. It is stunning. So if you have a look at our zoo, it's almost like we are in that valley between those massive high desert mountains, and yeah, I'm just in love with it. Well, hello and welcome back to Arizona Adventure Park. With the words of the famous Britney Spears, I know I shouldn't have kept you waiting, but I'm here now. Sorry that I've been away for a while, but as I said in the last video, I didn't feel that good mentally, and together with that I catched a cold. I caught a cold, and so the break that I wanted to take was more like a forced break, so that I really wasn't able to record a new video. So I've been home for almost a week, not for almost a week, but definitely for a week, and I managed to build a little something in the meantime, but even not that much that I wanted to, because I got pretty exhausted after a short time. But it was a common cold, it wasn't COVID, so no worries, everything is fine. My voice might be cracking sometimes a little bit, because that's all that's left from the cold right now, but yeah, I feel very much better. So here we are back in Arizona Adventure Park after the release of the conservation pack. I'm pretty excited about this pack. I wasn't that excited in the beginning when I heard about it, because I was thinking, okay, lots of new stuff, but not that much stuff that I would love to have in the game. But in the end, it turns out pretty nice. There's some nice new building parts in this new pack. Some of those that we are going to use in this build, like this wall piece here. I really do like these these pieces with the small how do I say it? My brain doesn't work correctly. With these small planks, or planks. That's what it is. So that makes building a lot more easy, because in the past you had to take those wooden planks and build it by yourself. I had lots of these, so with these new parts you can do that very easily. They also come in grid pieces and in non-grid pieces, I have to say, because most of the time I use the non-grid pieces because they are much more flexible than the grid pieces are, and they are not that much of a pain to build. What I'm building right here is some kind of very ordinary stable, just playing around with some new building pieces here. I wanted to build something for the Przewalski horse in a combined habitat with the Bactrian Camel. So both animals profit from each other, says Supedia, and it is a common combination in zoos sometimes as well. In my home zoo in Munich, for example, we have that combination as well. So we have a big habitat for the Przewalski horses, and they share it with some Bactrian camels. Both of the animals live in the same area. Both of them are Asian. That's something many people don't know about the camels. because many people think camels are some kind of an African species, but for a fact they are not. At least the Bactrian camel is an Asian animal, and I might be wrong about this, but no, I'm not wrong about this. I'm pretty sure that the dromedary camel is an African species, or at least you would see the dromedary in places like Egypt or something like that, but also in Australia, which is very interesting because it's not a common species there, or common species is not the right word. It is not a species that would be at home in Australia, but is an invasive species, and is very good prepared to live in the environment in Australia, because Australia, lots of the areas, especially the desert areas, are very hot and very dry, and the dromedary camel is very much able to deal with these temperatures, and so that's why they are very comfortable with where they are living in Australia. Okay, so as I said, we are building a very simple kind of stable thing here for the horses and for the camel. The down part of this whole building is it looks pretty nice, and you might think that the camel and the horse could use the stable, but for a fact they can't. The horse can, they can enter it, but the hitbox for the camel is too big, so they are not able to go into that building, which is a little bit weird, because when you look at the animals in the park, and you might notice that you might notice something very weird that hopefully gets fixed sometime by Prze. I'm just wondering right now why nobody noticed it before the new DLC. But back to the point. Something very weird. The camel, the female camel, is way smaller than the Przewalski horse, which is pretty weird, because that makes the camel look very, very, very tiny, or the Przewalski horse look very, very, very big. So there's something wrong with the model of the camel, for sure. But if you look at the male camel is way bigger than the female camel, but still is almost the same size than the Przewalski horse, which is also pretty weird. Because if you look at both animals in real life, the camel is way bigger than the Przewalski horse. The Przewalski horse isn't that big of a horse. It's a wild horse, yeah, but it's not a big one. So I hope this gets fixed sometime, because it looks pretty weird. You will see it in the end of the video when we have a look at our animals. Then you might notice the size issue with both of them. Yeah, as you could see, I finished the track for our safari train, but I won't keep it that way, so no worries. There won't be a downward spiral in the end, or an upward spiral in the beginning, I should say, because yeah, the train is leaving the station towards the Przewalski Horses and not towards the Flamingo Aviary. I'm not gonna keep it that way, so I will definitely go into it and fix that. I just wanted to finish it, so yeah, just for the feeling for me that that finally we're coming to an end in the safari zone. Don't get me wrong, I really do have lots of fun building in here, but it is such a huge project. I'm very happy when finally we're coming to an end and we can concentrate on something new and start a new chapter in our zoo, which is not guaranteed right now because I have a little bit of a problem. At least I have the problem when we are here in on this side of the map, and you might see it when we are looking at the animals in the end of the video, because this zoo is becoming very big. We have lots of stuff in there, we have lots of detail work in there as well, and this causes some problems. So I'm always building in pause mode, so you won't see any issues there. But if I hit the play button and we take a look at the animals, then you might see that yeah, the frame rate is dropping significantly, and yeah, you will see that the animals are starting to look a little bit pixely. So that's not yeah, that's not very pretty. And so I was thinking that this zoo might come to an end when we finish the safari zone. This is not set into stone, so I will have a look at it once the safari zone is finished. Because we still do have some kind of a work zone, or something like a construction zone in the place where we have the indoor habitats for our lemurs. So there's still room for 2 or maybe 3 more habitats in that area. So I'm thinking of trying to build something in there, and if I notice that problems, we might come to an end at this park here. If we don't have any problems in that area and everything is fine and is great, then we will definitely continue to build in this park, because yeah, we have so much plans still in here. And with that being said, also the next part, the next building in Arizona is already finished. I did this last weekend. You might have seen it on Facebook or on Twitter. I think I didn't post anything on Instagram. Yeah, we built the elephant house and the big elephant Savannah, which was quite a big build and quite a long build, but I'm very, very, very happy with the building. You might see it in the next episode next Monday. And yeah, I'm just overwhelmed and so happy how the whole build turned out. And yeah, I'm very happy that you guys were too. At least the responses on Facebook, Twitter, and so on were. And yeah, I can't wait for you to see the speed build. I'm also going to put the build of the elephant house on the Steam workshop, and I will put down the link in the video description next video. So not this video, but next video, so you can download it and play with the house for yourself. Okay, but back here to our dry savanna for the Przewalski horse and the Bactrian camel. The stable is finished, as you can see, and now it's time for some work with the nature and work on the terrain, placing a lot of rocks once again. And yeah, I'm always thinking about something different for the background of my habitats, because I think it is boring when I use all the rocks all the time. But yeah, I don't want to have some kind of a fence in the background, because that makes the whole thing look a little bit too zooey for this park. Because yeah, this is an adventure park and I want to have some kind of an illusion, especially when you go to the habitats with the train, so that you enjoy the ride and you don't have the feeling that you ride with the train from one cage to another. And yeah, so using the rocks all the time was the obvious thing to do. What you saw right there is that I discovered after the update that we have a really, really, really great thing in the update. I talked about it in the last episode on Waveland Park yesterday, which I hope you guys have watched and you did like the Penguin Bay. Yeah, I discovered that we now have the option with the update to align plants and rocks and also building parts with the water surface. So we didn't have that option in the past, which was a little bit yeah, a little bit sad, a little bit weird, because when you put down all these water plants, like yeah, I don't know the English names, you know what I mean, the I'm just calling it water roses, you know what I mean. When you were placing them in the water, you always had, they were placed on the ground of the water, so you always had to lift them up to the surface of the water, which was a little bit finicky sometimes, that you have it exact in the same height that the water surface is, and you don't have them floating and you don't have them underwater. And yeah, so from now on this is not a problem anymore, because you can yeah, you can select the option align with water surface, and all these water plants will be placed perfectly, which is a very great thing. So it's most of the time it's always the small things in these updates or in these DLCs that are the best parts of the DLC, and the parts that content creators and also the whole player community appreciates the most. Like small habitat gates. I mean, come on, and all the backstage stuff that I haven't used already. Yeah. Oh, but what I did use, I think you won't see it in this video because I built it off cam. I wanted to build something for our guests in this area, because the last shop where they could buy food or drinks is close to the Rhino Savannah, I think, which is a little bit far away. So I thought we need to have something for our guests where they can buy drinks and where they can have a toilet. So I built a little building, and in that building I used those gorgeous little planting pots, filled them with some soil and put in some plants, and used it as a decoration, and it looks amazing. So I love all this small stuff where you can make some decoration and things and stuff, and yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, as I said, that's something you're going to see in the next episode. But for this episode we are finished with the building of our habitat for the Przewalski horse. Here you can once again see the beautiful view and the valley where our zoo lays in, and yeah, I'm just amazed by the view. Okay, so here are our animals. The horses are here, and I have to say they look really, really beautiful. And also the camels are here. And here is what I said. Here you can clearly see this is the male one, right close to those both horses, which is almost the same size as the horses are. And in the background there's the female ones, and the female ones are tiny. They look like miniatures. I thought in the beginning when I was looking at them, I thought, oh, did I have babies in here? Where did these babies come from? But then I realized, no, these are not babies, these are the female camels. Yeah, and here you can see, have you seen the horses when they are running away? That is very, very pixely. Yeah, here you can see the performance issues as well. So, yeah, very, very sad. I hope this will be not the case anymore in the next episode. But yeah, for now we have to deal with it. So, we're at the end of the video. I hope you guys did like it. I hope you guys will tune in at the next video next week when we build the massive elephant house and massive elephant savannah. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because we are very close to 500 subscribers. And yeah, I'd love you to tune in next week. Until then, take care and bye guys.